So, what is the right day of worship? Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday? In this video, I'm going to delve into a very hot argument on the day of worship. This question has sparked debates for centuries. But what does the Bible really say? Today, we explore why Saturday, the Sabbath, is the right day of worship, which is according to the scripture. Get ready for this hot argument. And actually, the reason I'm exploring this is because last video I made, some people were arguing, is Saturday really the right day of worship? Let us start at the beginning. We turn to Genesis chapter 2, verse 2 to 3, which tells us, "And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it." You see, God didn't just rest. He blessed and sanctified the seventh day. This was before there were any Jew or Israelite, meaning the Sabbath is for all humanity. Now, I would like us to fast forward to Exodus chapter 20 verse 8 to 11, where God affirms the Sabbath in the Ten Commandments. It says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You shall labor and do all your work for 6 days, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God." Notice, God says, remember, as if he knew people would forget. The Sabbath wasn't just a Jewish custom, it was part of God's eternal law. Question: did Jesus change the Sabbath? You see, some argue that Jesus came and abolished the Sabbath, but the Bible proves otherwise. When we go to Luke chapter 4 verse 16, we read, "So he came to Nazareth where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up to read." It says, on the Sabbath day, Jesus himself kept the Sabbath and never instructed his followers to change it. Now, in Matthew chapter 5 verse 17, Jesus says, "Do not think I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill." But how did all this change happen? Why are people meeting on Sunday? Where did the Sunday worship come from? This shift happened after the time of Jesus. History tells us that in AD 321, Emperor Constantine passed a law enforcing Sunday as the day of rest in honor of the sun god. The Roman Catholic Church later confirmed that it changed the day, not the Bible. Look at this quote from the Catholic Catechism, and I'm going to quote from here. "Sunday is founded, but not in tradition. It's founded not in the Bible, but on Catholic institution." So what are the common arguments that people bring to worship on Sunday? First is that Jesus rose on Sunday, and so we should worship on Sunday. The response is, nowhere does the Bible say that the resurrection changed the Sabbath. Instead, Jesus told his disciples in John 14 verse 15, "If you love me, do what? Keep my commandments." Some people say that the apostles worshipped on Sunday. A response, Acts 7 verse 2 says, "Then Paul, as his custom was, went into them and for 3 Sabbaths reasoned with them from the scriptures." The disciples observed the Sabbath even after the resurrection of Jesus. There's another argument that the Sabbath was only for the Jews. Really? Isaiah 66 verse 22 to 23 prophesies that in the new heavens and a new earth, from one Sabbath to another, all flesh shall come to worship before me. The earth and the Sabbath is eternal, but the earth is temporary. This is why I would like to call you for worship on Sabbath. The Bible is clear. The Sabbath is Sabbath today, the seventh day, and it has never been changed. In fact, Revelation 14 verse 12 describes God's faithful people at the end of time. It says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." My question to you, are you willing to follow God's command and keep his holy day? Are you willing to follow the Bible? That was it today from me on a hot argument on the Sabbath. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical truths. See you next time.